Welcome everybody to the Transformers Kingdom Optimus Primal review. And guys, I've kind of been looking forward to this and I'm really excited. So as you can see, we're starting off with a little bit of comparison. Now one of the things that, this guy does, I mean, we saw it on Cheeto and Rat Trap. And again, it doesn't bug me that yes, you're going to have little pieces of the robot mode shining through. That's fine. It's got to be real hard to fit it into a real-world animal. Now, as you can see, he's in his running pose. Now, if you can see right here, he does have slots for the swords, which in a running pose or a standing one, the swords on his back look, not necessarily the best. But other than that, I mean, if you don't want to use them at all in beast mode, that's cool. You just take them off. I mean, the detailing for beast mode is on point. The organic styling of the fur is really awesome. Just the really like the chest detail. Look at the face and those eyes. That is really cool. These hands double as his robot mode hands. This reminds me of the Earthrise Optimus Prime that had, the fist that could open and close and stuff. It can do wonders for a figure, honestly. Again, I just cannot compliment them enough for going to the length that they did, blowing the old guy out of the water. I don't have him to compare with this Optimus anymore, but it's just really cool to see kind of his details and everything. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it would be a pure shame if we did not compare him with his nemesis.
Yes.
And if you guys were expecting the purple one from Kingdom, I'm waiting on him to arrive. So, red-blue T-Rex recolor will have to suffice for right now. But I mean, as far as scale goes, I kind of like the scale of that. That looks awesome. It'd be fun to pose just even these guys by by themselves, squaring off. Now, without further ado, guys, let's get on into his really awesome looking robot mode. So here we can see he looks actually pretty sick, especially when you have him posed with the other Maximals from Season 1. In robot mode, he actually had a built-in jetpack that would allow him to fly. So that's why I've got him posed like he is. So in taking a closer look, if you didn't want to use the swords, you definitely could put them on the back like we saw in beast mode. Those slots are actually still there. But at that point you have what looks like 4 missiles sticking up. Which, speaking of the missiles, if we take a look at those, it's nice that they actually included those. And you can fold the missiles back down inside to where they were stored in beast mode if you don't want them out all the time. And in looking at Optimus's final choice of weaponry, you can see he's got his fabulous wrist blasters here on both arms. Now, as you can see, they are compatible with the blast effects. I'm just putting them on here to show you guys how he looks with them. Now, one of the most interesting design features about Optimus was his head sculpt is just fantastic. For my favorite character of all time, he's done dignity. So one little complaint that I might have is look below his neck. Oh, was that a gap? Well, yeah. But just basically the way that, because this is his gorilla mode chest, the way that it's sculpted, there is no way to collapse this chest piece back in farther either. The gorilla mode head, I don't know if you can kind of see it right there. There's the top of it. It touches right there. But you know what? I'm not expecting this thing to be perfect. So guys, to wrap this thing up, Optimus
And Megatron have one more hand to play.
So let's get to it. So guys, we can finally see how they look together. And what we'll do is to see how he actually squares off against the Kingdom Megatron, we'll show that in his review. So just go ahead and leave that with me for right now. But even whenever we look at him squaring off against the old guy, they just look so tremendously awesome in how they can pose together. So I find it funny that a figure that's based off of 1996 and one from 2021, because these guys are iconic enemies. They're economies. So anyway, guys, I just really want to show you some of the cool things that Optimus was capable of in robot mode. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this overall review. It's a really great representation of Optimus and Primal in general for a Season 1 Beast Mode. Hopefully in the next series we'll get a few more of the Beast Wars characters if we don't get them in the remaining Kingdom waves. But for right now, guys, that has been the review of Transformers Kingdom Optimus Primal. And until next time, we'll see you in another review.